My fingers shook. The pipe was in my mouth before I realized what I was doing. The sweet smoke percolated through my lungs and my head felt heavy. Opium, I breathed in accusation. The last thing I remember is the blurred and wavering outline of Fix's self-satisfied face as I fell upon the table. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I don't think this guy's legit. Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of 80 Days. This last episode was pretty amazing. I kind of thought our run was done there. I thought we were just going to end it there. There are many short routes in this game. I've taken at least one that ended in disaster. So it was pretty incredible to see what ended up happening there. If you have not watched it, I really recommend you do watch it. Yeah, I'm actually pretty much still in shock about what happened. So we're gonna continue on. We have been rescued, it seems like, by Captain Go's wife. Yep, Madame Go's airship. Wow. I mean, Fogg is almost dead here. Let's make him feel a little bit better. Hopefully we'll be treated in Singapore. She is seemingly rich. Madame Go, the banker, proved to be an excellent rescuer. She retrieved our bags, provided us with vast quantities of stew, and had thought to bring a team of doctors. Captain Go trailed around behind her looking, if possible, even more love-struck than before. I spoke with Captain Go. I made my peace with Nahinsa, she said slowly. I won't sell this ship. Madame Go looked irritated. We can afford to keep it. You should have said something before your first mate and best friend tried to shoot you. Monsieur Fogg, with bandaged ribs and a pair of impressive black eyes, was on his feet, much against the doctor's orders. Please stay in bed, monsieur, I said despairingly, knowing all too well the determined look in his eye. Passport 2, he said, and then trailed off, most uncharacteristically. Yes, monsieur? Thank you, he said briskly, and then opened up his ledger. Now, leave me in peace until we reach Singapore. From here on, his eyes flashed, I'm going to ensure I consider all the possibilities. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There we go. That's pretty incredible. I actually can't believe we made it there. Singapore was a British colonial port peopled largely by Chinese, Malays, and Indians, and fueled by rubber exports and opium wealth pouring into the new banks. It seemed a dangerous spot to linger, so I made what visa arrangements were required of us and then returned to Monsieur Fogg. But I found him in some consternation. I let him stew. He would tell me if he needed to, and of course, I expected he would not. But mere minutes passed before he spoke. We have no way onwards, he remarked, as though upon the weather. Passport 2, you must seek out some transport. Indeed, monsieur. There were plenty of people to be at hand to talk to. I inquired about vessels headed for, Manila in the Spanish Philippines, and one of the Malay soldiers pointed me in the direction of a little steam yacht. She goes to Manila, he said, and then cocked his head. Are you a Spaniard? At least you perceive I'm not English, I said heavily, rather weary of this constant misidentification. Sailor shrugged. Heard that there's cholera in Manila, and if you're not a Spaniard and you have no business there, maybe you should avoid it, he shrugged again. Then again, you rich people do whatever you want, so why am I bothering? Rich? I'm not rich. I almost laughed, and then saw his angry expression. I suppose, to such a man, I was well dressed and well fed, and had little right to deny my relative wealth. The sailor jerked a nod, and went back to his companions, leaving me to contemplate his advice upon the Singaporean dock. We're now zestful, like a lemon. I still think it might be worth it to try and head up to Japan. Let's see if there's anything in the market. I don't even know where Saint Denis is. I think we're just gonna sell this. Ooh, interesting. So yeah, let's sell this. Let's get this betel nut, and let's try and head up to Korea, to Pyongyang. It's gonna be worth a lot of money. I think it's probably best for us to just, arrives Wednesday. There's cholera there. Oh. He's so weak. I think we should probably just rest. At least a couple days. Yeah, I decided to take drastic measures to aid my master and went in search of a doctor. He knocked my master's knee with a small hammer. A mild fever, I would say 3 days to recover to full strength. There was no alternative. I kept my master in his bed. Not too long, but after 3 days, he was at last recovered. Yeah, that was much needed. We're almost halfway through, actually, 80 days, and we're actually making pretty good progress here. Let's go to Manila now. I think that's still worth it. It is expensive. Jesus Christ. Whew. Alright, well, I don't think we have a choice. When does that leave? 2 days. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. So let's just rest. Maybe get some extra money. As night fell, I went out to explore a little and fell into a discussion with a cheerful Siamese artist who was searching for a dog, which I found near a clockmaker's. The artist thanked me, and as we talked, we remarked that you could buy 63 tooth gears in Batavia that would sell for a fortune in Auckland. I don't think that's the way we're going, but I assured him we were unlikely to head that way, to which he laughed. I don't disagree. Alright, and we'll spend another night. Before turning in for the night, I ran a few errands for the hotelier, earning £90 in fees and tips. So yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to go to Pyongyang. Hopefully get our money back. This is going to be hefty, but it is quick. So I guess that's worth it. And it helps that we have the magnetic compass. I'm glad that we bought that. We took passage on a little steam yacht with a cargo hold full of Chinese silk parasols, which the captain assured me would fetch an exorbitant price in Manila. Are the ladies there so shy of the sun? I asked in Spanish. These pretty moneymakers are only passing through Manila, Captain Amparo, a dark-eyed Filipina of middle years, wasn't able to keep the glee from her voice. I will sell them to a trader for shipment in Acapulco, where the Mexican ladies will pay all their pin money for a month, just for one gaudy parasol. Will you keep one for yourself? I could not resist asking. Me? She looked astonished. What use could I have for such a frippery? I regarded her sensible attire and short hair. I admire your practicality. Captain Amparo laughed companionably. That is a skill I have always possessed. I slept well that night aboard the steam yacht, secure in the knowledge that I was being steered by the captain's steady hands. Constitutional riots in Istanbul. We are long past Istanbul. We had some ill winds in the morning, but Captain Amparo kept the crew calm and focused, shouting orders at them in a language I did not know. Tagalog, perhaps, as it was widely spoken in the Philippines. We were merely bobbed about a little until the weather settled, but the worst injury was some seawater clogging my shoes. We will not be delayed, Captain Amparo assured me, perhaps mistaking the cause of my obvious melancholy. Oh no, it is my shoes I mourn. I pointed at my ruined articles. She looked confounded. My God, you are an utter dandy. Do you really care so much for your appearances? No, I suppose not, I said after thinking on it for a minute or two. I have been taught to care by society, and as for myself, I am indifferent. Captain Amparo had taken to regarding me as though I were the oddest creature to ever take passage aboard her vessel, and she still looked thunderstruck when we reached our destination. Good luck in Manila, she said, shaking my hand. They will hardly know what to make of you. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah, that beetle nut box could be worth more here. No, we are definitely going to wait. Is there anything we might want? Let's sell this. Let's sell that. Let's try and compress our our boxes here a little bit. I think that's the best we can do here. That's fine. Alright, let's explore. There we go. We're at day 40. We are halfway through. Potentially. Wow. So we can head from Manila all the way to Honolulu. We could do that right here. We arrived at the Spanish government capital of Manila at a most inopportune time. The city had recently suffered the depredation of a major typhoon, and the efforts at rebuilding had been stalled by an outbreak of the dreaded cholera morbus. It originated with soldiers at the steamer Eolus from this nearby town of Zamboanga. Oh man, that is a tricky one. Zamboanga. That was a local rumor, in any case. Infected establishments were burned daily by the sanitary board, with our hotel one of the casualties. We were located near the Pasig River, a charming locale thronged with Filipino women in Maria Clara gowns and men wearing the stylish Spanish camisa de chino. Concerned with the possibility of infection, I ensured that Monsieur Fogg drank only boiled water, as recommended by John Snow's article in the Medical Times and Gazette, going to the lengths of preventing him from eating any uncooked foods for fear of contamination. From our window, I could see carts piled high with the dead being taken to the mountain to be burned, rather than interred in a churchyard, which put me in a morbid frame of mind. It does not do well to dwell on such matters, however, so I attempted to put the considerations behind me. But the city smells of disease, and I'll be glad to leave. Wow. Okay. I think we want to go to Pyongyang. We could go to Hong Kong. It is cheaper. Do you have anything that's worth a lot of money in Pyongyang? Or Hong Kong? I think it's still worth it to go to, we're at 40 days and we are about to cross over to America. That's pretty astonishing. So we could go a northern route and loop down. Let's see what I want us to do here. Could go to Yokohama and do the hovercraft. Let's actually go to Hong Kong. That leaves tomorrow at 9. Let's actually do that. I think we need to potentially try and get more money. We can head to Pyongyang right after. It looks, hopefully at least. We took a room and settled in, and I helped the kitchen staff to clean, earning £46 in fees and tips, as well as learning from them that you could buy didgeridoos in Brisbane that will sell for a fortune in Auckland. There we go. So let us go to Hong Kong. Or, I think, yeah, it might be cheaper. I don't want to hurt him too much. Alright, let's go to Hong Kong. Board a private airship. Very fancy. Fancy. Adab, gentlemen, Captain Hafiz boomed, raising his right hand to his forehead in a respectful greeting as we boarded his airship. Very good to meet you. Very good. The man boomed like a loud hailer. But I bore the oral assault with patience for the length of our short journey to Hong Kong. So let's talk to our captain, see if we can learn anything about Hong Kong. How about to Canton? It's fallen from favor. Interesting. How about what is Pitcairn? There's a scuttlebutt. There's neither hotel, bank, nor market in Pitcairn. I don't think we want to head there. Good luck, I say, Captain Hafiz called as we disembarked at Hong Kong. May Allah smile upon all your endeavors. There we go. We made it to Hong Kong relatively easily. Yeah, that battle nut box. Oh, jade figure. That might be worth it just to try and go to San Francisco, I think. How much is it? 200? Yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. So let's rest. We'll explore in the morning. I was looking over a bolt of navy Chinese silk when a man accosted me. This man had a mustache so fine, so luxuriant, so well tended that I barely lost the power of speech. I watched, mesmerized as it quivered with his every word of introduction. It seemed his name was Fix. He offered me a drink, and given that I had a few hours to spare, I could not in good conscience refuse. He led me into a dingy basement where a sour-faced Chinese woman presided over several tables and a few couches with men and women, mostly Europeans in various states of lolling intoxication. You frequent such a place? I asked, attempting to reconfigure my image of Monsieur Fix. The gin is good, he told me, and ordered us a bottle to prove his claim. It was thin and sharp, but not wholly distasteful. We chatted amiably for a time, though I noted he kept my glass full and not his own. Listen, he said abruptly. I am a police detective, sent from the London office. You, a detective? I could not hide my incredulity, but he presented me with his commission, which seemed in all respects genuine and correct. You have been duped, he resumed. Mr. Fogg's wager is a pretext. Last September, a robbery of £55,000 was committed at the Bank of England by a person whose description answers exactly to that of Mr. Phileas Fogg. What nonsense, I cried, striking the table with my fist. My master is the most honorable of men. You know scarcely anything of your master, Fix ground on. You went into his service the day he departed on this so-called wager, carrying little but a large quantity of banknotes. He's too gallant to be a thief, I protested. Fix stroked his mustache. Thieves are frequently gallant, he assured me. Charismatic, even. You cannot accuse Monsieur Fogg of charisma, I replied. Fix shrugged. I have not met him. I only know that Scotland Yard has sent me out here to capture this Fogg. The detective hissed a breath which fluttered the tips of his oiled mustache. I could arrest you as his accomplice. I have done nothing wrong, I protested. Then you must help me, he replied. Fix pressed a pipe into my hands and unthinkingly lifted it to my house. As my head began to swirl and spin, my fingers shook. The pipe was in my mouth before I realized what I was doing. The sweet smoke percolated through my lungs and my head felt heavy. Opium, I breathed in accusation. The last thing I remember is the blurred and wavering outline of Fix's self-satisfied face as I fell upon the table. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I don't think this guy's legit. Oh, we have no money. We have no money. What the heck? What happened? I wandered the streets desolate and alone. I had grown so used to tending to the whims of my master that I felt myself quite rootless without him. I began to scour the docks and ports until I found an airship company that shipped to Yokohama. You look as spit-polished as that other gentleman, remarked as the ground crew. My spirits left. You have seen Monsieur Fogg? I demanded. Don't know about Fogg, the man replied, but a Guelo with a hat was heading off to Yoking or something like that. With that, the fellow ambled away. In my addled state, it was as though I'd never been. Yoking Yokohama? What was the truth of it? What do we do? I have no money. I think we... what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I literally don't even know. Took pity on me and gave me a bed. We have no money. I don't even know what happens when you have no money. Let's sneak on the Beijing Express. I think that's where we're gonna end it here. I think we're gonna... Let's embark. Oh no! I can't do anything! No! I can't even end the episode. Alright, so let's see if we can go to Yokohama. Yeah, that is free. Okay, so I'm gonna take that, and we're gonna end the episode here. I'll pause it. I don't know what to do, guys. Hopefully we find him and get all our money back. That kind of messes with our plans there. Maybe we should not have gone to Hong Kong, but we will figure out what we're gonna do next. All right, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in and watching this next episode of 80 Days.